You know how Disney's been on this crazy run of absolutely stomping and destroying our childhood movies, making them remasters, completely changing the stories, and absolutely just making them 100% worse than the original source material. Well, this one got the same treatment, sadly. A very, very, very important movie to me because it was one of the first animated movies that I saw on the TV. How though it just I'm not even gonna explain that. That's just dark lore. But no, yes, it was a very, very important movie to me. I actually loved it and enjoyed it a bunch when it came out. Little Ghost was just watching that on repeat. That and Cars. But yes, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh no,
Ah, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping it was a lot better. I was hoping it didn't get such terrible treatment, but no. Sadly, it did. It got absolutely dog shit on. I can't be any more sadder. So let's get this out of the way. No. It's not the same. Story has been changed. The characters have been changed. The whole thing. I just don't get Disney trying to make. Why not just remaster it? Just leave it how it is, but just make it real characters. Nope. Let's just change the whole story and how it went. So let's get this out the way. Now, the roles are reversed. While we're the good guys, are now the bad guys, except of Lilo and Stitch and the sister and all like the main human characters are still the same. Well, not the same, but the same, you know what I mean? But the aliens, instead of the good guys and the bad guys, are a bit reversed now. Just to get it out the way, Jokiba, or just Jumba is now the bad guy, and Peekly, that's a funny word to say. But yes, now Pickly is the bad guy. Well, no, not really the bad guy. Pickly is just a good guy that's trying to capture Stitch. I don't know. But yes, I went into the movie hoping the movie was gonna be good because, dude, I love Lilo and Stitch. I don't have anything for it to show that I do, but I used to own this original CD to Lilo and Stitch, like the original movie. I love Lilo and Stitch back when I was a little youngling, you know. The Ohana means familia. I think that's the thing, but nah. Anyways, I'm just gonna put it out. The story, 5 out of 10. Although I'm not gonna lie, it's more enjoyable than Snow White. The movie is alright, better. There were some points that I was telling myself, this is not too bad. This is pretty good. You know, if kids watch this, they're bound to enjoy it because it's not the worst thing ever. And more if you've never seen the original story, you're gonna think, yeah, this is not bad. But if you've seen the original story, you're gonna clearly see that it's not the same thing. But yeah, the story is like a solid 5 out of 10. It's mid, you know. They change a couple things. The CPS and all that's still a thing. And now the humans, like the Mr. Bubbles, Agent Bubbles, is a good guy now and just betrays his country at the end of the movie because, yes, out of nowhere, he just had a change of heart and, you know, will not tell the CIA or the whole world that there's a completely new species of aliens out and about just because. I don't 100% understand the change of hearts for Agent Bubbles. It's a little bit out of character per se for a CIA agent, but I'm not gonna lie, the whole cast, it was fine. You know what, it wasn't even that bad. You know, one thing that I will say is the CGI on Peely. Holy shit, that looks horrendous. That's a monster. I close my eyes and everything, I just see that. You know, I can't even close my eyes anymore. It's horrendous. Why is the CGI so bad on him? He looks absolutely disgusting. Or the other aliens, you know, look fine. They got this humanoid CGI look, which is not the worst, but not the best. Yes, it just Peely for some reason got the short end of the stick. It looks horrendous. Who came up with this character design? And why is it so? Ooh, It's just I can't even close my eyes anymore. But yeah, that's the only character that I can say was quite a bit pleasing to my eyes. All the other CGI characters actually were pretty good. I did enjoy Stitch too, it's far better, to be honest, than remember the first time we saw Sonic. Yeah, good lord, Stitch was a lot better. To be honest, it's not the worst thing for a CGI animal. To be honest, it's pretty good for CGI. It's not the worst thing ever, compared to like the first Sonic we saw. Remember that one that literally they had to scramble in the studios just to change it? No, it wasn't that bad. It was actually, manageable. It wasn't the worst. But yeah, I don't got much to say. I'm just a bit disappointed about the story. I enjoyed it some parts, but I don't like how Jumba is now the enemy, and he's just like a complete asshole at times per se. Just to say he's just a bit of an asshole, Oh yeah, and I'm absolutely pissed off that they didn't have the girl with the white hair, yellow hair. I don't remember her name, but everybody knows. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I know you do. But yeah, I also don't like that in most of the movie, at least like a 60 to 75% of the movie, most of the aliens were just human, which it was like, I don't really understand. It kind of like, they kind of try to do some comedy with aliens being human. Oh yeah, one part of the movie that I don't get. These aliens already could walk. When they transform into humans, they didn't know how to walk, even though Jumba is bipedal and Peely is just 8-legged. I don't know why they couldn't walk as normal humans. Maybe different bone and mass density. Maybe that. Other than that, I don't know why would they need to relearn how to walk. It doesn't make much sense. At least unless it does, then correct me, please. Go ahead. But yeah, it wasn't the worst thing. In my opinion, the granny, Mrs. Emmy Hill, or Tutu, if I'm not wrong, that's how you pronounce her character name, she absolutely carried. She was my favorite part of this movie. I actually love her, and she was like, we are family. She was an actual good person, and I love good persons. I love grannies. Not like that. Chill. Not like that. But yeah, I don't like what they did with David Cowan. The surfer guy. I don't really know I don't like what they did to him. They kind of just shoehorned a bunch of characters without giving a reason why. I mean, the guy likes the nanny. David likes Nanny, but Nanny is too busy trying to get her Lilo out of CPS. By the way, Lilo in this one is a bit of an asshole. She's a bit of a prick. that's a devil right there. Because holy, I mean, your sister is trying to like help you not to be away from her, and like not to get like absolutely got by the CPS, and yet you're still gonna be like, nah, you're terrible. I don't think every kid is like that, but no, it wasn't the worst thing. I did like some parts of Lilo and Stitch. I did like how they sort of developed their relationships. I don't like how in the beginning though, Lilo, was trying to like, I guess, pray, shooting star, ask for a wish. I don't like the part where she said a friend that won't make fun of me, a best friend that won't make. I don't know what's your relationship with your friends, but me and my friends, we make fun of each other. We outright bully each other. We say most of the hurtful stuff to each other, and we still laugh about it, because it's a joke. I bully my friends bully me. I am the only black friend in my friend group, so you know how that's gonna go. But if your friends are not bullying you and treating you like absolutely dog shit, they're not your friends, simply. So I don't know why her asking for a friend that won't like mess with her and stuff like that. What type of friendship is that in today's day and age? Also, in their school, when she goes to her school and gets kicked out, if you're bullying in today's day of 2025 and you are bullying, you're a loser, dog. I'm not even trying to hold. If you're still bullying in God's day of 2025, if you're still bullying in school, You're a loser. Come on, dog. That's in the past, early 2000s, 1990s. Now bullying? Come on. You either have mental issues or got problems at home. Everybody knows that. Why bully? It just doesn't really make much sense to me. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was never bullied. I never bullied either. I know I just said I just bully my friends, but they're like my best buddies. I don't actually mean to bully them, besides they do it to me, and they're a lot worse. But no, if you actually do bully just people because they're just people, or you think you're better than them, in my opinion, you're a loser. And if you're getting cyberbullied, you know what to do. Just block them, or just shut down your phone. I know people say this as a joke, but just shut down your phone. It's not that hard. Don't cyberbully. Don't bully. It's not cool. You're kind of a loser if you do that, dog. I ain't gonna hold that shit. Ain't cool. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Weirdly enough, it was kind of enjoyable at time. Oh yeah, one more pet peeve. Just one more thing that I do not understand. At the end, Stitch drowns because he's too dense to float or to swim up. So the girl, Nani, is that how you say? I don't know. The girl, she can't swim up, right? She goes to the bottom, she sinks, and she walks all the way to the shore. I don't know if I was like 100%, I don't know if I saw right with my eyes, but she looked pretty far away from the shore. And she was already like using up her oxygen. How is she gonna walk? She should have drowned. Realistically, she should have drowned. That scene makes no sense. You just cannot walk all the way back to the shore holding that much bread and holding something that is weighing you down. The pressure and all that, it doesn't make sense. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense. Like, that shouldn't happen. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I know I've been going for a while. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. I'm so sorry. I joined university. They're kicking my ass with a lot of homework. A lot of it. And it's a bit tough, and I had a job soon, so I'm trying to find out like a mid ground where I'm not too tired to make a video. So I'm sorry about that. I promise I'll do better with my scheduling. Maybe one video a week, I'll try. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. It's been good. It's been Ghost. Subscribe and like if you like watching this far. Later.